What is up, people of the internet? I am back, maybe. I have like 2 videos to post, and I haven't. So, anyways, here we are, working in the garage on yet another bike. This is going to be my Yamaha TT500. This is my 81, I think. I'm tearing things apart, checking them out, and seeing how it goes. So hopefully I can take you guys along for the ride and share this journey. Yeah. So here's the bike in all of her glory. I wish I had some more room in this darn shop. I've kind of already started, as you know, per usual fashion. Tanks over there. I think the other side covers behind that. Another side covers on there, and then I still got some bits and pieces on there, but I don't want to redo everything on this bike. I need new tires, as I mentioned on my Instagram, Gears, Tears, Engineers. And I have some used ones. They're all right. Fenders for my Triumph over there. But yeah. Yeah. So I took this one off. Yeah, let me give you an update. Took this one off, you know, it's pretty rough. It needs some painting and other work on there. Let me see if I can flip this around. Yeah, she needs painted. And brakes look fine, you know, good enough for me, enough material on there. Could be original. Bearing is like, oh crap, I gotta put that in the view. It's like really hard to spin. You know, I might have a bearing, hold on. Bearing. So this spins a lot better. Let's see. Okay, outer diameter is, oh shit. Okay, let's redo. Yeah. Unless, nah. God damn it. Whatever. They fit my Triumph. I figured, since I'm running what are they called? AJS wheels on there. Made some custom spacers. Figured bearings might be the same. I don't even know if this is a 13 or 15 millimeter tube either. Nah, looks like 16, so could even be 17. Meh, whatever. We're only half chaotic around here. Let's see what we got. What does that say? Like, you've been dumped 53, 62, 0, 3 LU. I'm gonna have to do some research on that real quick and see what I can come up with. Darn it, yep, confirmed. So this is, or bearing on there is 17 millimeter by 40 millimeter by 12 millimeter. This one's 42 millimeter outer diameter, 15 millimeter inside, and 13. So it's slightly thicker, slightly wider, and slightly narrower in the middle. So, oh well, they're $10 for 2, so I'm gonna buy 2 of those. Maybe I'll look at a bearing kit from, you know, an actual bearing supplier, just so I can get the seals on there. But it's really no biggie. Those are easy, so we'll see. So I guess we're already just like 30 minutes in. Chaos on this bike, and we're already $10 up. Yeah, this is the seal I'll need. You know, it feels all right, and everything's sealed, so it probably doesn't need to be replaced. But it'll probably have to come out to get the bearings out, so. Yeah, that bearing does not feel great either. Don't really want to spin. Sprocket looks healthy though. So not too bad. I wonder how many teeth it is. Doesn't say anywhere. Oh well, can't count, so. All right, I guess I'm not too sure what I should do next. Maybe I'll cut off the wheel. The tubes, probably not salvageable. I guess I could probably strip more off the bike. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, now that all the plastics I kind of care about are gone, it's time to figure out the next step. And I think I want to get this whole front end off, which is tricky because it's in that little cradle. And I got that jack stand on there. So I think I'd want to shift the whole bike that way a little bit. And then put a couple jack stands there. Or maybe tie down that end with ratchet straps, kind of like that end. And then I can lift that end up, pull the tire off, kind of like a cantilever on that jack. Because there's not much good room up here to put another stand. And I think I should have a skid plate, but I don't, so I'll have to figure that out eventually. Oh well. Okay, so I think that works. Front wheel's in the air. I'll have to take the wheel off before I can slide the forks off, but that's fine. And the rear, you got a jack stand on the axle, I guess, which, you know, it's balanced by these two ratchet straps. It's a little sketchy, but it seems to be holding pretty darn well, actually. And then for the middle support, I just have a jack stand with a wood block. Yeah, it's a little off, but I think it'll work. Well, I did a little bit more on the bike, and I ended up taking the forks, well, one fork apart. There's the fork tube. It looks pretty good. No rust or anything, no pitting, which is really good. The seals were like freaking glued in there. It was crazy. I had to heat them up, and finally they popped out, and I found there's a C-clip in there, one of these guys, and it's rusted, and that was seized in there, so that was a lot of fun. But we got it out. I don't know if this is factory, but it had a little spacer up there. There's the tube. And I had this spring in here as well. And there's the bottom part and the little nut at the end, or bolt, whatever. So, yeah, I might pull apart the other one. It's pretty easy. I had to pull out this custom tool. It's a 3/4 or 19 millimeter hex. I got 3/4 socket on there, and then a decently long extension. But yeah, I'm gonna do the other one, and then that's probably gonna be the end of the video because I don't have any other seals or tubes or anything. So yeah. Okay. Here we got fork number 2. As you can see, there's this weird stuff in there. It was basically just a 19 millimeter hex. And then at the bottom we have 10 millimeter hex, I think. Yep, 10 millimeter hex, and you just got to keep that stable at the very end. So I'm just gonna zap this off real quick with my zapper. Hopefully. Man, this is really hard with one hand. Yeah, okay. That's not gonna work. Okay, well that came right off. That was super easy. It was just difficult for 2 hands. This is kind of what it looks like. There's a big O-ring in there. So it also had the same spacer, so I'm guessing that's stock from the factory. It looks pretty nice. And it fits on there perfectly, so yeah. There's that. Sweet. And then in the bottom here, let's see, hopefully all the oil's drained. Yep. That's gonna be hard to see. Well, you're just gonna have to trust me, But in the bottom of that, there's a little piece that requires that 3/4 inch socket again. So zap that off, hold the bottom nut, and everything should come apart easily. Okay, so I'm kind of making this video for myself so I can assemble it the right way. This piece came out of the tube, so it'll go all the way in, and then it'll sit like this on the spring. And then you get these other two pieces that just slide on the end here. So that just goes in like that. And that goes into the end of the tube. And then that is the tube part. And now the leg, or whatever you call it. Gotta pop these old seals out. There's a C-clip in there, and then some heat helps, but shouldn't be too bad. I'm not gonna video this part. So yeah. What's up, Instagram peeps? Just finished rebuilding this fork tube, new seals, new O-rings and everything. The parts came in pretty quickly, and I'm pretty happy. I don't have any fluids yet, but it seems to be moving nice and smoothly, and the seals went in easily. Just gotta do to the other one, and we should be done. Not much to do, but pop the new seals in. I already cleaned the tube. Looks like there's some gunk in there, but that's just shadows. Then I got a new copper washer for that side. Then torque down the bottom bolt to like 20 foot-pounds-ish and call it a day. It's pretty darn simple. Well, I wasn't too sure about including this part in the video, but my seals already came, so I guess I'm just gonna delay it a couple more days. I already tried out rebuilding one shock. As you can see, the new seals in there look nice. So all I'm gonna do is literally hammer in the new seals here after cleaning up that groove a little bit. Obviously put that C-clip back in, the one sitting right there. I got a new crush gasket for the bottom of this so this doesn't leak. That's what gets torqued down to 20 foot-pounds. And then all your innards just slide in the way that they should have come out. Should be pretty easy. Here's what it should look like with your seals installed. Pretty nice. I cleaned out some of the gunk that was on the bottom. It was gunk. Your seals, they shouldn't have any rips. I have some cat hair in there I'll clean out. But it should look pretty good and shouldn't be too hard to install. I used a socket that was the exact outer diameter here. I just lucked out that the back half was the right size. But yeah, C-clip went in nicely. I did put it in, don't forget it. You can kind of see it in there. Yeah. I don't know what that is, but I'll clean it out. I don't have oil yet, so probably won't fill these up, but it does specify engine oil, 10 or 20 weight, so I have 15 weight. Maybe I'll try that. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that kind of hopefully quicker video. Just tearing off a couple things off the bike and pulling apart the forks. I gotta get new tubes for the tires, all the fork seals. I actually made a list. This list right here, let's see. Rear wheel bearings, tubes, fork seals, crankcase filter, that's an important one. A new chain and brake cable holder. Should probably get a new brake cable. It is new, but I got the wrong one. It has the wrong threads on there. And then, what else? I got the jets. It shifts fine, I don't know. I guess I'll order that, and that should be enough to put it back together and get it on the road, or the dirt at least. And then I gotta do tuning, and yeah, should be pretty easy.